Istimewanya untuk hari ini kita akan bawakan perkembangan terkini apa yang berlaku di Turkiye.
Ya, seperti kita sedia maklum, Malaysia dah pun menghantar pasukan penyelamat untuk misi bantuan dan sebagainya. Termasuk juga bukan kita saja, Sony Nazri dan semua negara-negara dari seluruh dunia menawarkan bantuan kepada Turkiye dan Syria untuk misi mencari dan menyelamat. Dan antara yang terawal juga yang menghulurkan bantuan ialah Fundraising, Marketing and Communications Manager Islamic Relief Turkiye sendiri, okey, ataupun pengurus penjanaan dana, pemasaran dan komunikasi Islamic Relief Turkiye. Jadi kita nak bersama dengan tetamu ketika ini iaitu Tuba Karagule mewakili Islamic Relief Turkiye sendiri.
Ya, betul ya. Jadi seperti biasa kita akan bertanya apa yang berlaku di sana. Okey, baik, how is the current situation there at the moment?
Assalamualaikum. I hope, I pray this message finds you well. This is the latest update so far on the situation in both Turkey and Syria, which are impacted hugely from devastating earthquakes and aftershocks. Actually, we are working against time. All rescue and research people doing whatever we can, as much as we can. So the NGOs are also working hard, and the government and municipalities, we're all in coordination. It's an emergency, an urgent time actually. The death toll in Turkey had risen to around 5,000 now, and Turkish says about 13.5 million people were affected by the quake, and currently more than 30,000 people are injured, and like around 6,000 buildings are destroyed in Turkey. Aftershocks, freezing temperatures, and damaged roads are hampering efforts to reach and rescue those affected by Monday's earthquake in southern Turkey and northern Syria. Turkey has deployed more than 24,400 search and rescue personnel to the quake area. The number of personnel was expected to rise with the arrival of additional people, and there are still airports are also are full of volunteers to help here, and also so the World Health Organization warned the number of casualties could exceed 20,000. Turkey's armed forces have already set up an air corridor to enable search and rescue teams to reach the zone affected. Also, the military is also helping, supporting and to those research and rescue activities. About 400,000 people have taken refuge in government shelters or hotels, with others huddling in shopping malls, stadiums, mosques, and community centers. Hundreds are also stayed inside their cars in this cold. So the situation is not too good. It's very. We are hearing people screaming under the rubble, or people looking for their beloved ones around, or we are also seeing that babies or kids are getting saved from the rubble, but their families are lost. So this is kind of emergency and chaos, but Turkish government and municipalities and NGOs are doing best, and we are against time. The first 72 hours is very crucial, and the night is like freezing. Also in Hatay, there are a couple of hospitals collapsed, so it cannot be used anymore. The medical treatments are being done under the tents. In Syria, the situation is also bad. It was already under advantage of an area. So the numbers are also bad. There are also around 2,000 people lost their lives, and there are many injured people there as well. It's also medical items have been delivered there because it was an urgent need there. Actually, in Syria and in Turkey, the situation is very critical for the following hours as well. For the following couple of hours is also important to save lives. Still, people are suffering from rubble, but the chance of being alive is decreasing by time goes.
Okay. Thank you, Tuba, for the answer. And what kind of urgent help and donation should be given to the affected people?
In terms of urgent help and donation, people, actually we are seeking help and support for Turkey and Syria. It's been a terrible situation there, and this is once in a century disaster and impacting that huge area and with high magnitude. Actually, electricity is another problem there. So heaters with gas is also important, or any other gloves or winter the clothes that are keeping warm is also important and has been distributed. So medical items, disposable medical items is another important item that is in need, because as said before, hospitals are also in trouble now. And basic needs like water is also is in shortage now. So we are now trying to help people with basic needs, trying to save their lives, and they're in trauma physically and psychologically, of course. And providing food, heater, and medical items that we had done, since yesterday. Actually, as Islamic Relief, has been started a campaign for the case actually, and it will be helping directly and urgently to the people in need in the area.
Okay, Tuba, talking about Islamic Relief and representing Islamic Relief itself, how many volunteers are involved, and what are the difficulties encountered in delivering this aid, Tuba?
Actually, the number of volunteers has been increasing day by day and even hour after hour, because this is such an unexpected and devastating disaster. People, especially youth, cannot stay at home. They say they just want to help and be there. So currently more than 25,000 people is volunteering in the area, and they're on their ways actually. And from there are also volunteers coming from international channel as well. So and the most important difficulty is actually transportation, as the highways and the roads are cut and destroyed because of the earthquake. The only way to reach the area is the air transportation. And because of the bad weather conditions, the flights were cancelled yesterday, so that was something. It makes it worse. Even there are trucks loaded with the donations and in-kind items to be distributed in the area. It takes longer because of transportation, the disruptions actually within the transportation. So we also the supply chains also impacted due to the have been impacted due to the limited supplies, but transportation routes and bad weather and lower number of suppliers, which is slowing organizations' response on the ground. But people are doing whatever they can. Actually, we all are there and trying to help people. And actually, the volunteers also are very kind to, and has empathy to feel what those people who are suffering from the earthquake and their feelings. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tuba Karaguli from Fundraising, Marketing and Communications Manager, Islamic Relief Turkiye, for the sharing and explanation the latest condition in Turkiye. Jadi terima kasih kepada thank you Tuba again. Daripada perkongsian Tuba tadi sangat menyentuh hati. Saya rasa macam nak menangis. Bantuan sangat susah untuk dihulurkan dengan keadaan jalan yang rosak, musnah akibat gempa bumi yang sangat tinggi, dan juga kesukaran untuk semua sampai ke sana. Mereka menemukan bayi, mereka menemukan ramai di bawah runtuhan bangunan dan sebagainya. Jadi kita doakan apa yang kita boleh, kita doakan. Banyak saya tengok di Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, dana-dana yang dibuka untuk bantuan kita. Walaupun kita tak dapat ke sana, tapi hulurkanlah bantuan dari segi kewangan anda, doa anda, semangat anda.
Okey, baik. Jadi maklumat terkini, pasukan SMART, kita agensi pengurusan bencana negara, dijangka akan ke ground zero pada hari ini. Terdapat kelewatan berikutan masalah congestion di lapangan terbang Adana yang merupakan pintu masuk ke ground zero. Dari Adana, anggota SMART akan ke Aziatep, kawasan Ground Zero sekarang di Adana, dan akan ke Aziatep, kawasan Ground Zero 3 jam dari Adana. Jadi kita doakan agar rakan-rakan kita, pasukan SMART kita, dipermudahkan segala urusan mereka.
InsyaAllah kita doakan semoga mereka dapat melaksanakan tugasan mereka itu dengan baik, dan juga semoga mereka juga dapat memberikan yang terbaik lah untuk mengharumkan nama negara, membantu mereka yang dalam kesusahan.
Betul, dan kita ucapkan terima kasih banyak-banyak juga kepada Islamic Relief Malaysia untuk perkongsian pagi ini bersama dengan wakil dari Islamic Relief di Turkiye juga, untuk kita di Malaysia ini dapatkan perkembangan langsung berkenaan dengan tragedi gempa bumi kuat yang meragut lebih daripada ribuan nyawa.
Betul ya. Dan sangat duka cita apabila kita tengok videonya. Sangat dekat dengan kita lah.